Good morning, VCV fans. Guess what day it is? That's right, it's Hump Day. Hump Day for you guys out there at work. I'm retired, so it's just another day for me. So anyway, it's happy Wednesday morning. It's for our Wednesday morning chat. I had a little technical difficulties there. I'm just still trying to get myself more organized when it comes to this chat thing. I'm trying to get more and more better at this so I can keep you guys engaged in what's going on. So it's great having you guys here. This is my way of trying to keep engaged, keep you guys know what's going on with Veterans Council and veterans. And then also with this morning chat, it's really about me being me. So I've got my hat here, I got my VCV shirt on, and it's a beautiful day for what we're doing. One of the things I want to do is I want you guys to know that, Veterans Council and veterans, we're constantly working hard. Working hard, grinding. Not just with the podcast, but just staying engaged, where we try to provide information, help, assistance for veterans and their families. As you see in this slide here, we deal with families, veteran families, a big gap between veteran families, and we're constantly trying to find a way to fill that gap, either through our Veterans Council of Veterans, to coordinating, collaborating, or with the state legislator or the county legislator. Military sexual trauma still going on. In fact, for military sexual trauma, they have a team going out to a panel going out to Fort Hood to do some investigation, and it's interesting mix of panels. A lot of West Pointers and people like that, and a lot of military. But me being a military Mustang, and for you guys, you don't know what Mustang is. Mustang is somebody who served as an enlisted person, and then as an officer. I served both. I served 8 years enlisted and then 16 commissioned. So when I look at this panel, I want to see some NCOs on there. So there's one critique I have in there, actually two critiques I have in there for the panel who's investigating Fort Hood. One, you need to have a senior NCO involved, because if you want to talk to the soldiers and you want to get a real deal, you got to get somebody they trust. And soldiers, generally speaking, they trust other NCOs. So I would recommend that you put an NCO as part of your panel. And secondly, don't just use West Pointers. Use regular people, especially since it's about diversity. So you should have some historically black college people in there, or some ROTC people there. When you see West Point, I'm just sorry, I'm ROTC. I think corporate and toe the line. So you notice somebody going to criticize that when they see the panel, they can say, "Oh, that looks real corporate." So that's going on right now, and we'll keep you updated as far as what's going on with that one as well. One of the things I also want to introduce is, every day, all the time, the media is always trying to tell me who my hero is. Okay, and I'm not having that. Okay, well, I've been in the military long enough. I know how to sit to the requirements for me being a hero. And the requirements for me being a hero is somebody who's out there grinding, taking care of people, regardless, with no expectation of being rewarded. So my heroes, people out there, is General Brown, who's now the new first African American branch chief of the Air Force, and then Major General Daniels, Jody Daniels. She's the commanding general for the Army Reserves. Two very distinguished events. I applaud them. You don't hear much about it on mainstream media because it destroys the narrative. But I want you to know, for me, Tony from Veterans Council Veterans, my heroes are General Brown and Major General Daniels from the Coast Guard. One of the things I also want to bring up with us is that I want to give us, once you get a chance to meet some of our sponsors. So we're going to have throughout the weeks, you're going to see, well, I think another week or two, we're going to have these sponsors come out, and they're going to talk. They're going to explain to you why they decided to depart some of their monies to Veterans Council of Veterans. And they're the reasons why I'm able to sit there and do these kind of podcasts, because this is a Veterans Council of Veterans, a fully volunteer organization, including myself, CEO. I'm not getting paid, but I am getting paid when I see them actually taking care of soldiers and their families. So if you look at our sponsors right now, we have Tampa Counseling and Wellness. They're going to be one of our sponsors. The American Legion, they've been a strong provider and sponsor for Veterans Council and Veterans. And then Triad Leadership, they're also our sponsors. And we're going to have these guys come on so they can sit there and get a chance to see who they are and you see who they're serving. So I just want you to get you guys to know that, hey, we do have sponsors out there besides Veterans Council of Veterans. And it's these sponsors that give us the ability to sit there and interact with you and let you know what's going on and with Veterans Council and Veterans. Finally, as I said before, I want to mention about the VCF Zoom, which is the Veterans Coalition from Florida. And we're meeting all the time, trying to sit there and bring us all together instead of this one entity trying to do it all. And that's what I see. Most nonprofits out there, they want to do it all. They never share that they know you. They never let anybody you're out there. All they want to know is they want everybody to know they're doing something. And when they come talk to you, they really don't want to know what you do. They really want you to know what they do. And we got to stop that, because that didn't work in the military, and really it's not going to work out in the civilian world. So what we're trying to do is trying to create a coalition where everybody's about taking care of the veteran and not about themselves. And you see all the organizations up there that are part of this Zoom, and I'm part of that, and you're going to be seeing some great things coming out of that. Speaking of that, I want you to sit there and show this book here, Igniting Movement. So this, the thing about Igniting Movement, this is actually was written by Dr. Damon Friedman, and I'm plugging this book because I know Dr. Friedman. So he's not like, how sometimes you look at a book and say, who's that? Somebody like otherworldly. But I know Damon. Damon's a hard worker. He cares about the troops and the soldiers and the families. He's now finally retired, so now he's one of us, but he's still working. Like you see this thing here saying, retired, not expired. Damon, you need to get one of these hats, retired but not expired, because he's still out there. He's fighting. He's trying to do things for the soldiers. So if I'm recommending, if you can, pick up this book. It's already a bestseller. I'm still waiting though, Damon. I'm still waiting for my signature. And right now I'm in Decatur, Georgia, but tomorrow I'll be in Tampa, and I'll hunt down. I'll stalk. I'll do one of those SOF moves, and I'll find Damon so I can give my signature. So anyway, again, Damon's book. If you can get it, it's a great book. It's a great motivator, and I want to make sure everybody knows about that. So finally, guys, this is my time's up. I just wanted to get out there and let you guys that know the Veterans Council veterans out there. We can chat about things here. I mentioned earlier that if people don't know about me, my dad's in the military 20 years, okay, and then I was a military brat, with the term military brat, and I actually dropped out of high school to join the Army. So I went in the Army at 17. A high school dropout. And I remember when I was going through basic training, they had confused with another guy. Another guy was going to basic with me, Echo 33 up there in Lindenwood. Anybody have Echo 33? Hey, from Fort Lindenwood. Well, the guy named Alfred Williams, I think he already had like 2 years of college. Well, they confused him with me. So what they did was they made me the platoon leader, and Alfred, he was the nobodies. Well, they found out within one day that I was a high school dropout, and I wasn't the one supposed to lead the platoon. So that next day, they publicly humiliated me. They sit there and said, Private Williams, get the hell out of this formation and get in the back where you belong. You high school dropout, you failure. So that was my introduction to the military. I was already known as being a failure because I did not graduate from high school. But sometimes those things make you focus more. So I told myself, instead of me getting discouraged and want to quit, I says, I'm going to fix that. And long story shorter, I got my GED. I did get my GED thanks to a Sergeant Stillwell, Master Sergeant Stillwell, way back in the 80s, 1980. My GED, got me an ROTC scholarship, and then came to the Army as an officer, and that's where the Mustang. So that's where the Mustang come in. Me being 8 years enlisted, went up to E6, and then became a Mustang. So that's a little bit about me, guys. So again, this is a morning chat. I'll see you guys on Friday for my weekly update, where you'll get a chance to see here about our past podcasts and our future podcasts and our new members. So till then, guys, here I am. I'm out there grinding for you, grinding for your people. So if you want to sit there and please pass it on, go to my Facebook Veterans Council and Veterans, and you can get all my podcasts and all of them going on as well. And then please subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as I continue this pod. Until then, this is Tony Williams